Emir exercised absolute executive, legislative, and judicial functions, whereas the Yoruba governmental system was based on checks and balance by various organs of government. So while the Emir could add the ability or the power to exercise executive, legislative, and judicial functions, the Yoruba governmental system was based on check and balance by various organs of government. So no institution in the Yoruba government could exercise absolute power. When they want to abuse power, there is always a system in place that would check their powers. So if the Alaafin wants to misbehave, the Oyomesi checks the power of the Alaafin. If the Oyomesi wants to misbehave, the Ogboni society will check the power of the Oyomesi. So there was nobody in the Old Oyo Empire could say they had absolute power. The next difference is the Council of Officials in the Hausa Fulani Empire were merely advisory in nature. But the Oyomesi in the Yoruba kingdom were so powerful, they could dethrone the Alaafin. They could remove an Alaafin from the throne, and he had no other choice than to accept their decision and opinion. So while the Council of Officials in the Hausa Fulani Empire, they were advisory in nature. The Emir can say, well, I will take their advice. Well, I don't think I will take this advice. The Oyomesi, that is the Council of Officials that the Yorubas had in the Old Oyo Empire, they were so powerful that they could remove an Alaafin from the throne. They could dethrone an Alaafin. They could make an Alaafin commit suicide, and the Alaafin does not have any choice but to accept their decision and opinion. So while the Council of Officials in the Hausa Fulani Empire, they were only performing advisory roles. They were only advising the Emir. The Emir can say, well, I will do this, I will take your advice, or well, I will not take your advice. The Oyomesi in the Yoruba kingdom, they were so powerful that the Oba cannot say, I will take your advice, or I will not take your advice. They had to look at the matter together. The Oyomesi had they say, the Alaafin had they say before they came to a decision. So the Oyomesi in the Yoruba kingdom were powerful, while the Council of Officials in the Hausa Fulani Empire were merely advisory in nature. The governmental system of the Hausa Fulani was based on Islamic religion, whereas the system of government in the Old Oyo Empire was based on the customs and the traditions of the people. So the customs and traditions of the people was the basis of the system of government used in the Old Oyo Empire, whereas the Islamic religion was the basis of the Islamic religion was the basis of the system of government used in the Old Oyo Empire. The Hausa judiciary system was based on the Islamic body of law called the Sharia law, with the Emir presiding over the final court of appeal. However, laws in the Old Oyo Empire had to be made by the Alaafin and the Oyomesi Council, who also together decided the cases and disputes brought before them. So whereas the Hausa judicial system was based on the Islamic body of laws known as the Sharia law, with the Emir presiding over the final court of appeal, the laws in the Old Oyo Empire were made by the Alaafin and the Oyomesi Council, and the Alaafin and the Oyomesi Council were the one that decided the cases and disputes brought before them together. So both the Alaafin and the Oyomesi were the one that made laws, and both the Alaafin and the Oyomesi were the one that decided the cases and disputes brought before them. So looking at this, we can see that the Alaafin did not have total power. You would always see that there's always we always say the Alaafin and Oyomesi together. Would always say the Alaafin and the Oyomesi together, the Alaafin and the Oyomesi together. So power in the system of government of the Old Oyo Empire was not totally centralized on the Alaafin. There was decentralization of power in terms of the fact that the Oyomesi too could wield their they had an amount of power that the Alaafin could not just look aside to or over. The Alaafin did not have so much power to reduce the power of the Oyomesi, so they had to take decisions together. The next difference we'll be looking at between the Hausa Fulani and the Old Oyo Empire political systems is the Ogboni fraternity performed rituals on behalf of the old community, in the Old Oyo Empire, while there was no place for secret societies or rituals in the Hausa Fulani Empire. So, whereas it was the Ogboni society that performed rituals on behalf of the whole community in Old Oyo Empire, there was no place for secret societies or rituals in the Hausa Fulani Empire. The next difference we'll be looking at is the fact that the district and village heads collected fixed taxes. So these taxes were already fixed. It's not a matter of I will pay or I will not pay. It was something that they all had to pay. So they had fixed taxes. The district and the village heads collected fixed taxes on behalf of the Emir, while there were no fixed taxes in the village. In the Old Oyo Empire, the Bale only collected tributes annually. So they only paid tribute annually to the Bale, and the Bale paid the tribute to the Alaafin, but there were no fixed taxes in the Old Oyo Empire. The last difference we'll be looking at in this class is the Old Oyo Empire had age grades as a part of their administrative structure, while this was not the case with the Hausa Fulani Empire. Although the age grade administrative structure that was in the Old Oyo Empire was not as pronounced, the activities were not as pronounced as that of the Igbo political system, but the age grades was a administrative structure in the Old Oyo Empire, while the Hausa Fulani Empire had nothing of that sort. They had nothing like an age grade administrative structure in their system. And with this, we've come to the end of the class. See you at the next class.